crystals, very like maybe late 60s, early 70s style. Overall looks to be in decent condition. Definitely needs a little cleaning. Hi, Sam. Welcome in. And this one I would run for 7 if anybody's interested. It really looks stunning, but it's going to hang a lot lower because it's like the style that would hang midway down your chest from like the 60s or 70s. So if anybody's interested in that one, I'll run that for 7. Just let me know. Okay. And then this is another one that I just got in. Now this one I believe is bovine, like bone. It's very heavy. And this feels like stone, carved stone. This too, this is like a polished stone. I don't know if it's an agate. I don't know what the stone is. Definitely bone, you could see. And all of these beads are all handmade bone beads. And even the clasp. So this has a lot of craftsmanship. It's handmade. I'm assuming it's possibly African, but I don't know for sure. But look at that. That's amazing. That's like such a statement piece. But there is weight to it. I mean, because I don't think it's the bone so much. The bone is very light. I think it's these beads, these stone beads. They have good weight. I don't know. I know this sounds crazy, but I just want to try it on to see if it's too heavy. Let's see. I'll flip it around. I'm a mess, no makeup, but that's kind of what it looks like. So it's quite dramatic, and actually, it doesn't feel overwhelming. Like I was afraid it would be too heavy, and it would be like, oh my god, I can't wear that. But it doesn't feel that way. It actually feels comfortable. Maybe it's because the beads are all rounded and they're smooth. But if anybody's interested, this one I would run for 15 today. It's pretty dramatic piece. Pretty amazing. Okay. Let's see. And there is one more piece. Now, where did it go? Now, this one somehow got caught up in there, but this one I've had. This is sterling. It does test as sterling. And it has probably CZs. It's a choker style. This one I would run for 20. Is it? Yeah, I checked it already. It's all the stones are there. And it's a double strands, nice box chain. It is signed on the clasp, but Eric did test this for me. Very nicely made. And I believe it's rhodium plated because it's so, let me just show you the underside, so shiny. Okay, let me put this somewhere where it won't get all tangled up. I'm going to put it on this hand over here. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Do you guys want to see anything in particular? Because I'm going to run through some of the items that I have listed. Let me know. I do have a bag of other stuff if you want to look at new stuff. I have some things just laying here I'm going to run. I have this. It's a double-sided cameo pendant. I believe it to be mid-century. It's in excellent condition. I don't have the chain. I think it just could go on any standard gold tone chain. I was looking for a chain, but I just didn't come into one. I'd run it for 3. She's really, really lovely, and she's well done. She's not a genuine cameo. You could tell she's not shell, but just a really, really nice little cameo pendant. And then these are here. I'd also run these for 3. These are 14 karat gold overlay, I think. I see GO, so I think it's gold overlay, Amco. And they're little screw back cameo earrings. And they face each other, which is kind of nice. Or they could be, if they're not happy with one another, they could face the other direction. But I love when cameos aren't both in the same direction. It doesn't seem natural to me. Like, I don't mind them facing each other or not facing each other, but I don't like when they are both facing the same direction, if that makes sense. So those I would run for 3. Okay, let's see. This one I have to test. I'm pretty sure this one is Bakelite, so I don't have my tester here right now. I have semichrome, but I don't have a like a cotton. If somebody's interested, I would test it, but I'd have to step out to go get some Q-tips. So I'm pretty sure it's Bakelite. It feels like Bakelite. Okay, this is kind of tribal too. This one's cool and very colorful. It probably would look really amazing with that other one. Now, this one has, okay, it looks like stone. But it's warm. Maybe I don't know what this is. It's something natural and organic, but it's not plastic, but it's too light to be stone. So that one has me stumped. Hand painted wood. Interesting, very interesting. Very pretty colors for fall. Very long, at least 24 to maybe 26 inches, and it's very symmetrical, which is nice. They balance. I'd run this for 10 if anybody's interested. It's quite lovely. And I think the colors are perfect for like fall and, apple picking and all that stuff. Okay, let's put that one to the side. Let's see what else we can pull out. Okay, I guess I got a lot of fall colors. We have this one. This does not feel like glass. This is more like maybe lucite. I don't know if it glows or anything. Let me see. Do I have I have this here. If you guys want to see any sterling or anything, I have a bunch of stuff listed. So hard to tell, but I don't think it glows. I have the lights on, but even with the lights on, I should see a mild glow, and I'm not really seeing that, so I don't think it glows. But pretty full colors, more modern, maybe 80s or 90s lobster clasp. I'd run it for 3. Nice gold caps on the beads. So there's that. A lot of this might make its way up to my booth because it's fall and it's nice to bring in those colors. And I do tend to sell a lot of like these kind of necklaces. Here's another one. Now this one is older because you could tell by the clasp. It's a screw barrel clasp. I love these clasps. I don't know what it is. I just love the mechanism. They are amazing. It is like a lucite. It's not glass. It's not really cold to the touch, but it has that kind of like a faux tortoise shell kind of look to it. $5 if somebody wants me to run it. Definitely has good age. They don't even use these on anything anymore. Probably 50s or before. Maybe 60s, but even in the 60s they kind of stopped using those clasps a little bit. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is very, very fall. Let me pull this out. This is a matching set. It's a leaf brooch and matching clip earrings. I don't see it signed. It's a heavy gold tone finish. Let me show you the back of the earrings. The back of the earrings are like this. It's quite well made. It's very nicely made. And it's kind of like the leaves are folded over and they match the brooch. So I'd run this set for 5 if anybody's interested. It is perfect for fall. I don't see anywhere. Like, I mean, it looks really clean. It's got to be from at least the 70s, but very, very clean. No evidence of significant use or anything. It was well kept. It was well preserved. Didn't get just, you know, beat up or anything. Let me put some of these in here. Okay. There we go. Let's see what else I can show you guys. You're kind of quiet in here, but maybe everybody needs their coffee. I don't know. Okay, I love this. Let me see if I can find it now, though, because I kind of have my rings all over the place. And I think it's on here. So I'm going to run this ring. I think this is fabulous. I actually believe it's Art Nouveau. It's a spoon ring, but a very unusual one. And the reason I think it's Art Nouveau is the pattern. It's an early Reed and Barton. It's marked in there. And the pattern is very organic. And this was very popular in the Art Nouveau period. It fits as a 7. I think it could get slightly bigger, but I don't know how much. There is a space, and it is a spoon ring. I think if you have a metal mandrel, you can make it larger. I'm running it for 5. Oh, thank you, Maria. It really is pretty. I really like it. I haven't tested it. I'm assuming it's silver plate, but I don't see any wear on the silver, which is nice. So if it is plated, it's heavily plated. And because they cut the handle off, I don't see any touch marks or anything. But I love this ring, and I'm glad that you appreciate it too. It's very lovely. Okay. Well, now you got a nice one. I've had a couple spoon rings, but I really, really like this one. It's very unusual. It's not your run-of-the-mill spoon ring. Okay, let's see. What else can we run? Does anybody want to see any sterling rings, or should we continue with our self exploration? You know, I have a couple things that I just got in that I actually managed to get listed, so maybe I'll start with those. Okay, so this is I believe it's a spider brooch. It has really good bling on it, real good sparkle. Maybe that's what I should call it. I'm running it for 10. These bug brooches are hard to get at a really low price point. But he's really cute. He's in really good condition. And I just thought he's perfect for Halloween season. Like if you want to put a little something on your outfit, but you don't want to really do the pumpkin or something, I could see him on like a black jacket or, something to enhance. I would even put him on a hair ribbon, like, what do you call it? Like a headband, maybe. He would look awesome on a headband. Imagine him like on a black headband. Well, I guess it depends on the color of your hair. But he's a cutie. I like him. I like spiders. I'll put him over there. And let's see. Okay, this is a fun one too. Okay, I'm going to move him to stage. I don't know who made this one. And it's a buy it now at $12. I could only find 2 others, and they were asking like around $40, $39, something like that. I suspect it's because there's a jade stone in there. It is brass and it has copper, and I don't know if that's pewter or not. I can't say definitively, but it's a cute little, I call it like a safari sun brooch. So that's a buy it now. If anybody's interested, it will be in my buy it now. I just picked him up. Okay. This one is a collectible one. So, and And once again, it's one of those brooches that's like all over, but I couldn't find it for anywhere near this price. So it's a Warner. It's a japanned brooch. I have to clean it up a little. I just a light little bit of maybe alcohol. I just wanted to be very careful. I just got this one yesterday as well. And because it's japanned, I didn't want to treat it in any way that might dull the black finish. So it is signed on the back right there, Warner, and it's a strawberry. Um, I'm going to clean it up and then show it again, but it's a buy it now at 22. Most of these are in the 40 and up range. But if you're a collector and you like Warner, I know a couple, that's a good grab. Okay. Next is also a buy it now. Now this is a Cookie Lee. And not to be confused with the other Lee. She was popular, I believe, in the 80s, and I think her items sold often in like Macy's and finer department stores. It's a clamper bangle. It's in excellent condition, black and white enamel with pave set rhinestones. I believe they're Swarovski. Just a cute little clamper. It's a buy it now for 10. I thought it was quite nice, so I put it in my store, and it will be available if anybody has an interest. It's there. Okay, this one I just found. It's a little off season, but I think it's a great grab, and I think it's amazing. So this is a sterling silver. I call it like a shooting star or starfish ring. I kind of feel like they look kind of like starfish, but a little bit like shooting stars too. So this is sterling. It does test as sterling. It's a size 7, 3.4 grams. I believe it from around the 2000 era. And it's starting at $7. I'm going to start it now. And it is signed inside. I guess that's a hallmark on that side. I don't know who the maker is. And there's the sterling mark. And we did test it. So it is verified sterling. And that's going to join the rings that I have available. So if anybody likes starfish, this probably would have been perfect for summer. But I kind of wasn't sure if it was a starfish or a shooting star. So I thought maybe somebody will like that. Then this is a cutesy one. Let me pull this one out. Okay. This is an Emmons butterfly brooch, and it's in perfect condition. I'm running it for 3. It's a filigree. It's 1.5 inch. It is signed on the reverse side, and it is in really, really lovely condition. I don't see any wear to the paint or anything, to the finish. It looks really clean to me. You know, like it doesn't look like it's been misused or worn with perfume or anything like that. Really cute. Oh, thank you, Sparkle Hunters. And I think you bought from me before, so this will ship for 50 cents. So that's great. Okay. Another pair of earrings I just got. I fell in love with them. I don't usually wear earrings like this, and I paid up a little bit, but I just thought they were worth it because they're like the kind of 80s earrings that I would have coveted back in the day. Let me just find them. So I started these at 15, but they are amazing. I mean, they are so amazing. I haven't cleaned them, and they really have fabulous sparkle. But what I love is that the little dangles, they move from side to side. So when you're wearing them, and they are posts, and they have a very unusual construction. Let me just show you. They're really nicely made because I have to clean them, obviously. But if you could see, they are all welded on with these hooks, and then that's why they move so freely. I don't see any signatures on them, but this harkens back to like those supermodel runway earrings. They're just super, and I could see them strutting down the runway and the earrings going like that. The big Naomi Campbell and Christy Turlington and all those big 80s models. So those I have starting at 15, and I just got it caught on my earring display here somehow. That always seems to happen to me. There we go. Okay, so let me get that on there. And I didn't run them. I'm sorry. I'll run them in case anybody's interested. But these are definitely very nicely made, very good quality. They're not chintzy. I've had all kinds of rhinestones over the years, and the construction on these is more like what you would get on older, like 1940s or 50s, better quality. They feel quality. They're really well made. All of the rhinestones are prong set. Just a stunning pair of earrings. They're gorgeous. They're waiting for a special occasion. If somebody has a special occasion and really wants to stand out, those earrings would do it. So I haven't shown this one yet, and partially because it's kind of unique and I wasn't quite sure, but I found out that they call this a turquoise quartz fusion checkerboard cut stone. So it's quartz. They call it turquoise quartz, and I guess it's the cut that is kind of checkerboard. It's very unusual. I think it was one of the designers was making a very similar ring, and I think this was kind of like somebody's attempt to mimic that. And but it's FP. I don't know who FP is. It is sterling. It was tested. Running it for 25. It is a smaller size. I think it's a 6. It's in the listing, but it's just such a pretty color, blue, and the facets on the dome of the cab are just amazing. They just really kind of sparkle. Very, very pretty ring. If anybody knows who the designer FP is, I would appreciate it. I have no clue. Sometimes I find the designers, and then other times it's too much. And if I'm not, eventually I'm sure it will, somewhere down the line, I will find out who the designer is, but it may take a while. Okay, so this one's cracked. Darn. Well, at least we know it's real stone. I don't know if anybody wants this as a project piece. Like, what does it say there? Oh, Stour. Okay, they're a good maker. Obviously, this has to be redone. I don't know if all the stones are hand knotted, and it would probably make a lovely bracelet or something else. If anybody has an interest in it, I'd run it for $1. Because it's damaged, and it would take somebody crafty to be able to make something, but it would be a shame to just discard these stones because they're genuine and they're quite lovely. So let me know. I'll probably put that in an as is listing, and I'm going to keep it separate so it doesn't contaminate anything else. I'm joking. It doesn't have anything really wrong with it. Next up is this lot. This is a great chunky lucite cuff bracelet with pave rhinestones. Very, very sparkly. It came with this one. I can either run them together or separate. Obviously, the little white one doesn't have near the value of the black one, in my opinion. This little one I would run for $5. This one I'd have to run for $15. Or I could run them both together for $20 if that helps anybody. But just a great vintage, maybe 80s. I don't think it's quite as old as the 1950s ones and the 60s ones. I think it's more like 80s redid a lot of this stuff, but it's really nicely made, very nice quality, very thick, and just a nice bangle. I'm going to put that with the Cookie Lee over there. Okay, let's see. And if you guys want to see something, please just let me know, because I'm just pulling out of a box. I do have listings. I do have quite a bit of things in my store, and I don't mind running or showing you anything. But it's helpful if, you just give me a heads up what you're looking for. So this is gorgeous. This is glass. It's kind of a fusion of all different types of art glass. Mostly blues, but then they throw in something like this, which is tiger's eye. And a lot of these beads are handmade. It's really kind of I think it may be one of a kind, like an artisan piece. This is the clasp. It's one of those filigree clasps. There's no writing on the clasp. I'm guessing it's Italian, but I can't say definitively. It doesn't seem to be Czech to me. It looks more Italian. And I just base that on my experience of handling glass beads. It's quite long, at least 24 inches, possibly longer. And I would run it for 15 if anybody's interested. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I just have to show this. I showed it once before, and I am not entirely sure. I think it's kind of rare, and I believe this is a rosary that would have been worn around the waist of a nun or a monk. It's all carved wood, and it is huge. It's about 5 feet long. So when I hold it up, it's like it's about my height. So it's definitely would have been either worn around the waist or maybe put on an altar. I mean, it's mega size. I'd have to ship it at higher weight because it's all wood and it has quite a bit of weight. But if anybody's interested, let me know. I think I would start this as low as 25. I think they're pretty rare, and it's definitely appears to be at least mid-century. And I believe, and I'm not an expert, or possibly like a friar or something. Okay, maybe. It's about 5 feet long. So would that be the right size, Maria? When I actually wait, I'm lying because it's doubled over. It's fine. Let me just measure. I'm going to stand up with it for 1 second and just see, because I'm thinking 5 feet, but I'm not accounting for the fact that it's doubled up. So let's see. Yeah. So when I stand, it's definitely 5 feet, but then if you double the beads, the rosary part, I guess it's 10 feet of beads, or maybe like 9 feet of beads, and then the cross is, another, I don't know, maybe 8 inches. Let me see how big the cross is. The cross is like 7¼ inches. So, but I think I'm going to list that as a buy it now. Unless somebody wants me to run it, it's quite unique. but I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. It's kind of unusual. So there's that. Okay. So these I just pulled out. They're a little dusty. They're vintage. Says they're made in England. They're clip earrings. They look like they haven't been off the card. If anybody's interested, I'd run them for $3. They came in this box. I think this was the presentation box because it seems to fit perfectly. Like the card fits in here perfectly. So, Christmas is around the corner. If you need some bling, that might be the time to buy it. Okay. And I'm going to be on for probably another 12 minutes because that'll be about an hour. So if you guys see anything in my catalog you want to see, like in my store, let me know. I'll be glad to show you. Okay, so these are glass. From the looks of it, mid-century glass faceted beads. The strand is quite long. Let's see how long it is. Okay, it is 24 and another, okay, so about 34 inches, maybe 35 inches long. All glass, faceted beads, black glass. Not sure if anybody's into that. I would run that for $5. And I have another one. This one is pretty. Now this one screams also mid-century, but it's a little more unique. So this is also black glass, double strand. And then on the, it has these, now this probably needs an alcohol bath, the stone, because they clearly show, I thought they were yellow, but no, they need a cleaning. But it's a double strand with the little heart at the top and just a shepherd's hook, more of a choker style, graduated. Very pretty though. And if anybody's interested, I'd run this set for $5 as well. Okay. I find this very pretty, but this style isn't for everyone. This is one of those wire chokers that just fit your neck. So it doesn't matter how big your neck is. It just kind of, it's on wire. So it just kind of goes around and wraps securely on your neck. It has these pretty little beads. They're metal. They look kind of cloisonné, but I don't know if they might just be hand painted. But definitely a pretty little necklace, and I'd run it for $3 if anybody's interested. And like I said, it's kind of one size fits most. I mean, if you have a neck bigger than this, you're in trouble, But it's definitely choker style. Probably 90s. That style was really hot in the 90s. I remember chokers. I had a lot of them. I kind of like chokers, so I kind of wear them even now. Maria, I bought a choker from you. And I wear it all the time, and I always get compliments on it, too. Oh, okay. What is this? Okay, I know I've heard of this designer, J. Jill. I think she sells better quality jewelry. It has genuine suede and chain, and then this is stone. Wait, do we have another broken stone? No, that's just natural. That's just the way the stone is, the natural inclusions in the stone. It's not cracked or it's not loose. So pretty necklace, definitely fall colors, very unique. On the longer side, another probably 24-inch necklace. Doesn't look to have too much adjustability. I mean, there is a couple inches here. And there is the J. Jill. Haven't looked this one up. I would run it for $7. I have a feeling it's probably worth significantly more than that, but I'm not that familiar with the designer. And so I can't say I've ever shopped it, but I have heard of it. So, okay. Okay, this one also has a little hang taggy here. What does this one say? Oh, I think I saw this the other day. I think this is Premier Designs. It's ceramic. I think mostly ceramic beads. Nice colors for fall. Here's the hang tag here. I'm sorry, I'm gonna. It's tiny, so I got to try to get it to. But I think this is the logo for that brand. Oops, Premier Designs. You see the PD? There's two. There's Dallas Prince, which is DP, and then there's PD, which is Premier Designs. And I believe this is a Premier Designs necklace. I would run it for $5 if anybody's interested. Has a brass color. Seems to be well made. Seems to be nice quality. So there's that. Okay. This is great. I'm finding all this stuff to for fall. Oh, this one's kind of cool. Now, this one is a choker also, but look at the glow on those beads. I have all the lights on, and it's kind of like, isn't that fun? That's so fun. It's just this bead, I think. Yeah. This one that kind of looks clear, but look, it's just like so cool. I thought the green ones might glow. The green ones don't glow. It's the clear ones. So, also choker, adjustable choker. I would say it would fit any probably average size neck. Okay, let's see. Here's another glass necklace. And let's see if there's any glow in this. Nothing scream glows like that one. So I don't see any real glow, but it's a nice longer all glass bead with chain, lobster clasp, pretty pinks and blues and greens and some yellow. And these aren't glass. These are like ceramic, I think. This too. So it's a combination of mostly glass with a little bit of, oh no, maybe this is glass. Actually, I think this one is glass. Maybe it's all glass. Wait, let me just look at that one again. That one threw me off. No, it is glass. I'm a liar. They're all glass beads. Anybody's interested, let me know. I'd run this for $5. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I have a couple things here that are kind of caught together, so I'm trying to unravel them. And let's see. I don't think I'm probably going to do a glow show, so I'm looking for some glowy things. So this one looks like it might have a little glow. I don't know. This is hematite circles, and then there is art glass in between the hematite. I would say it's like a choker length, maybe a little bit longer. Let's see. It does have an extender. It sits at about, as it stands, it's about 17 inches. If you use the extender, maybe you would get it to be about 18, 19 inches, maybe total length. So a little longer than a choker. There's that. So what do you have planned today, Maria? Anything going on? This is hematite, hand-knotted hematite necklace. I remember years ago, like I think early 90s or late 80s, hematite was so popular. Kind of looks like black pearls almost. This is 100% hematite. It is a nice quality one. Go to the store. It's hand knotted. I'd run it for 3. It's all stone. It's all hematite. I think weren't these big in Mexico? Was it Mexico that they were selling a lot of hematite? I'm trying to remember. I know I traveled somewhere and it was like everywhere. I'm not sure if it was Mexico though. I did go to Mexico quite a bit back in the day, so maybe it was. Okay. And I'll show one more necklace. You don't know? I'll show one more necklace. I'm not sure if anybody else is live to raid, but I will check. And thank you guys for joining my morning show. So this is an unusual one. This looks like dyed coral. I'm fairly certain it's coral. You can see, you see that? But I don't think this is a natural coral in this color. It looks dyed, you see? Definitely coral. Pretty color, like a pale blue. It looks handmade. I could be wrong, but this has the handmade. Oh, nobody? Okay. And just a pretty necklace. Has a, the kind of a artisan clasp hook, kind of a double hook, but you only hook it from one side. And this will be the last item I show. If anybody's interested, I'd run it for 5. I'll probably just do a list, do a quick listing for it anyway, because after this, I'm going to end my show. And let's see if I can get a good picture of it. It's a very pretty necklace. And it is coral. Let's see. That way, at least I'll have it listed and I'll get more pictures. So handmade, dyed coral, pale blue coral. Enamel rose necklace. Enamel rhinestone rose necklace. And I'll be running that one for starting bid of 5. And there we go. Okay, it's running. And thank you guys for joining me for this morning show. I will be live again on Friday evening. I have a lot of new sterling and unusual pieces that I'm going to be bringing to my Friday night show. I also do a Sunday late night show. So if you don't catch me on Friday late night, maybe you'll be available Sunday. I am going to a flea market. I'm very excited, Maria. I'm hoping to go on a flea market on Sunday. So hopefully I'll find some treasures there. And I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great rest of the day. Yeah, I don't go to too many, but this one's not too far, so I can't wait to go. I found some great stuff there last time, so I'm hoping the same dealer's there. I might reach out to her and see if she's going to be there. I'll definitely go. But everybody have a great Thursday, and I hope to see you guys soon. Take care. Bye, everyone.